Cool, I can do my fun intro. All right. Small wonder, more like big blunder.
Welcome to Bottle Episodes.
Welcome to Bottle Episodes.
She's a small wonder, lovely and bright and soft curves. She's a small wonder, a child unlike other girls. She's a miracle, and I grant you, she'll enchant you at first sight. She's a small wonder, and she'll make your heart take flight. La 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 la. She's fantastic, made of plastic, microchips here and there. She's a small wonder, brings love and laughter everywhere.
Welcome to Bottle Episodes. My name is David Piccolomini.
I'm Daniel Crow. We have a guest.
Hi, I am Patrick Hastie.
And this week on Bottle Episodes, the podcast where we take on terrible television shows. We watch the top rated, or we watch the pilot.
This is why I had trouble.
And the top rated episode on IMDb.
To determine if it ever got better.
And this week we're covering Small Wonder. Patrick, why'd you pick Small Wonder?
I know. Yeah, pretty good show. I've learned a lot since I picked it. But it was a show I watched a lot when I was a kid. It was on in the mornings before school. I had to wake up really early. My bus route was really long. It's like an hour on the bus every morning. And this was on TV prior to that. So it was on at like 5 a.m. And I watched it all the time and loved it. And it was on like at the same time that like Gilligan's Island was on or whatever. So I had like a fun connection with it and no one else. Like, it's not a show that a lot of people remember other than the premise. They
enough people remember it to apparently keep appearing on worst shows of all time lists.
Yeah. Which is, okay.
It's aggressive for this show.
Yeah, I'll say before we really get into these episodes, I don't think it deserves to be on worst show of all time lists.
No.
But that's all the reception section on Wikipedia says. But the people who've actually watched it seem to like it because it is a 7 on IMDb.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to say, guys, thanks for having me on the show. Mm-hmm. Also, I was wondering, do you guys think you could get your theme song to be like a little longer?
What do you, we just play
the theme song from the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the Dreams theme song.
You listened to one episode and it was the theme from that show.
I fucking did. I listened to the Dreams
it's so long too.
And I was like, Jesus, what is the bit here? I was like waiting for you, like weird, like you are watching, you are listening, a Bottle Episodes to come in, but it never did. And then you guys didn't address it.
No, yeah, we wouldn't.
So by this point in this episode, they've already heard the Small Wonder theme.
Oh, well, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's great. Can I cuss on this?
Yeah.
No, man, this is for families.
I didn't know.
Speaking of 4 families, Small Wonder.
It's about 4 families. The Johnson, the Smalls, the Garys, and
the Wonders.
The Wonders.
A question, and this just occurred to me.
Okay.
When did this come out and when did the Wonder Years come out? And were they trying to cash in on the Wonder Years to make people think this was a weird spinoff?
This was 85. Wonder Years, I would say, is 87, if I had to guess.
So
maybe 88?
Wonder Years is cashing in on this.
Probably, yeah. Totally.
This wasn't not successful. It got 4 seasons.
Yeah. So, can I tell you guys right off the bat, here's what I learned.
Okay.
This was a show I watched a lot. Yeah, that's what you want. You want Howard Leeds.
Well, he created it. He's the creator of the show.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I was on it. So, I thought you were talking.
Let's start again.
All right, let's play the theme song to Dreams right here.
Lock the gates.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's what I learned about this show that I didn't realize in my brain going back, because I knew now that I'm like, oh, this is a bad show. Everybody on the internet says it's a bad show. And I'm like, it's crazy that it was a show. I didn't realize until today when I was like rewatching and reading and stuff, I didn't realize this was a kid's show. That this was like a show that would be like on Disney Channel today or Nickelodeon. I thought this was like, we're putting this on like right after Seinfeld or whatever, you know?
When this happened, they didn't have specialized channels for kids.
No, but I'm saying like, I didn't know this was made for children. I thought this was a show made for an adult family to watch, like of the same era of like MASH was on. I thought it'd be like MASH and then Small Wonder.
I don't think I realized that it was for kids at all.
Yeah, it feels like a normal family sitcom.
But it's like a
era.
Saturday morning show that would play like during like cartoon. It was made for
Really?
children and families. Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh, yeah, it's like a children's
Which kind of
series.
makes me think that's probably why there's so much like backlash, because like, well, yeah, it doesn't have to be smart. Like, it's as good as fucking Wizards of Waverly County or whatever, you know?
Waverly Place.
Yeah, sure.
No, they have a whole county
No,
now.
it's been off. They change it every couple of years so they can
Their
pay the
kingdom
actors.
knows no bounds.
Yeah.
Wizards of Waverly Nation.
You ever met the comptroller Wizards Waverly Nation? But yeah, that made me like it a lot more, because then I stopped comparing it to other 80s shows like a MASH, or I can't think of like any other that type of sitcom, like even like a Full House to an extent. I started comparing it more to like Boy Meets World and those other sitcoms like I watched at Punky Brewster and shit.
I
feel
would
like that's
say it
right.
compares unfavorably to Boy Meets World, but I still don't think it deserves to be on worst shows of all time lists.
No. It's a weird show.
It's odd, yeah. I think the thing is, it's
If
memorable.
I knew the guy that wrote this show, I would stop being his buddy.
Howard Leeds?
Yeah, he also made that other show.
He had several shows that he was involved in that were pretty successful.
No, but he
made-
made Silver Spoons and Facts of Life.
Bet what's that guy's name? England? Peter England, the guy that did like Saved by the Bell and shit.
Yeah.
I bet he fucking hates this guy. Like they have a huge feud.
You think they end up at the same Hollywood parties?
Yeah,
and just,
yeah. Like
yeah.
fucking nah, he's dead. This guy's dead as hell. So
Well, yeah, he died in 2017.
98 years old. Come on, buddy, tough it out. Shit.
What do you want him to tough it out to?
That's why he got the 4th season.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
you don't get to be 100.
I'm glad he's not alive to hear this.
Howard, come fucking find me, dude. Haunt me, bitch.
Haunt my fucking ass.
I dare you. He made another show in like the 60s that was the same idea, like a My Living Doll or some shit like that. It was like another
Ugh.
Yeah, you
doll
can,
type show.
You can tell that this is this guy's fetish.
Yeah. It's like
A little bit.
there's some scene parts in this that when I was watching it, I'm like, yeah. I was watching it at work on my
Okay.
like work computer,
Cool.
and there was like other people in the room, and I was like, I shouldn't be watching this. It's like it's not porn, but like, yeah, that's a naked little girl in a box right now. The boy's grabbing her, talking about when she wets.
I mean,
and
look,
I'm
when
like,
when
okay.
it's in the box, it's very clearly like a disassembled mannequin.
yeah, but narratively, I know what's happening. I know what's coming. You know?
You can feel it like working its way there.
It's so strange, yeah. God damn it, though. But
There's strange things throughout that just are like indicative of a low budget, I think. Like, I think she lives in
the closet.
the closet, but they like go put her in the toy chest, and then she just goes into an empty closet that just has a stoplight in it and nothing
it's almost
else.
like they bought that closet thinking like, well, if we ever get a life-size doll, we can put it in there.
But for now, put the stoplight in there.
Yeah, but
So wait, we should
Crazy.
go. We
You
should
tell
say
us.
the
You
basic
lead the
premise.
way.
Yeah.
You lead
Hey,
the
buddy, I got it. Don't worry. So, Small Wonder is a TV show about this scientist. Is he an inventor?
Yeah, he's an engineer.
he's an engineer. He doesn't. It's
Yeah.
not even like this isn't what he's supposed to build.
No,
He
he
does
just
packaging and
Ted
shit.
Lawson. He builds a robot child, like an 8-year-old robot child
But it's-
that he brings
yeah.
home.
Yeah.
And it's shaped like a little girl. They are a family. It's a robot. It doesn't have a gender.
No, I know, but it's shaped. The shaping is one of the red flags.
Yeah, that's actually. It is weird that he was like, I know what I'll do. An 8-year-old daughter.
I really think that if this show was reversed,
Okay.
if the biological kid was a girl and then the doll was a boy, I don't think it would feel as creepy. And maybe that's just like weird blinders and stuff.
If you're
But-
going to make a show about like you've made a robot, it should never be a child because they're going to age, and then you have to explain why the robot has aged.
Yeah,
They did explain it.
They
did
explain why the robot's aged?
yeah,
Oh.
he gave her upgrades.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He thought
Cop out.
He got ideas.
Jesus.
I really do like it's so piss poor. Like the whole setup is the acting's you can tell it's a pilot. The acting's terrible. You can tell these people have known each other for like a week and a half, and they're like playing family members.
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
not comfortable with each other yet.
The husband just like walks in with this huge suitcase, and and then they're like, "Oh, this is weird." And then they do this thing that drives me nuts sometimes in sitcoms, where like they leave the kitchen and it's presented like they're immediately in the living room, but they're not. They're in the bedroom, which is all the way upstairs. Like really quickly, all of a sudden, they're in the bedroom.
Their continuity is all weird.
But it was really fast. Yeah, like it's not like, well, like, we better go check on him even. It was just like, let's see what he's doing. They walk in the next room and then it's like it's immediately happening, but they're fucking all the way upstairs.
Can I just say something that really annoyed me?
Yes.
Small Wonder should be a cartoon about a kid Stevie Wonder and his hijinks.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Little Wonder.
You can call it Small Wonder.
What was the show with Macaulay Culkin? Star Kid? No. What was the
Macaulay Culkin in a show?
Wish Kid? Remember?
I don't know
Kid?
which kid.
Wish
No.
Kid was a good show. It was Macaulay Culkin had a lucky baseball glove that let him do wishes, but it was like an animated series. Really fun, but it's like that, except for, instead of Stevie, it's Macaulay Culkin.
Actually, yeah, Stevie Wonder. A show about Stevie Wonder as a kid wouldn't be that fun because he was a successful musician from the time he was very
But
small.
wasn't he also? No, I'm
That
thinking of
actually
Ray.
sounds like it'll be way better then.
No, because it would be mostly him like on the road in a bus
Yeah, bumping into stuff.
with adults,
yeah.
and they all look down on him because he continually upstaged them, and so they hated him.
Yeah, and racism. It's like
Well, no, he was touring with other
like
Motown acts.
Blue Book or whatever. The
Green Book,
Wait.
Green Book.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, like the
I was
other
thinking of Kelly's
yeah.
Blue Book. We should do a Kelly's Blue Book. You know Kelly's Blue Book?
About cars.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do
It
an
even works
episode
with
about
a car.
that?
You want to review the car appraisal service Kelly Blue Book?
I want to make a movie that is
Okay.
in the same vein as Green Book. It's about a car, but it's called Blue Book, and it's just like something. It's about Kelly. It's about Kelly. Figuring out
Kelly
how to-
is getting discriminated against for appraising all these cars.
Yeah, and he's blue like
Let's
Smurf.
What about the one tire factory worker with a tongue of gold?
Oh,
I think Kelly Blue Book should be
Call the show Michelin.
Kelly Blue Book should be the version of Green Book within the Cars universe.
oh shit! Yeah, that's good. Like, that's like a little Easter egg for like Cars 7. They
Yeah.
like they drive by a theater, and on the drive, it'd be a drive-in, of course.
Yeah.
And on the drive-in, it says like tonight, Kelly's Blue Book.
But
Kelly's
it's,
Black Book. It's a very hot.
It's horny. It's a horny film.
By the way, Wish Kid 5.8 on IMDb.
So good.
this is an episode about Wish Kid now.
Quick, we all have to watch it immediately. Okay.
I want to just. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
hope this is fine for your show, but I want to just say it's very, very funny that I thought that was the thing you guys chose as the theme song to this show. It like right off the top too. I came in here thinking a lot about what this show would be based on the choice that you would have made to be like, we're going to talk for 2 seconds and then we're going to play a minute and 45-second song with no lyrics that does not actually fit the vibe of television.
We probably should start cutting the theme songs down a bit.
Okay, no, that one specifically is long, and it made me laugh how long it was.
Okay.
It was
just
so
kept going.
fucking long. I backed it up too because I was like, did I miss something?
Okay, well, if people start with the episode Dreams,
Yeah. So if you guys have listened to Dreams, listen, if you're a fan of
if
the
you've
show,
listened to Dreams and no other episodes,
go. If you're like me, if you like me, if you're one of my many fans, all
Yes.
11 of you.
Hasty Heads.
Hasty Heads, fanatics. If you
Pasties, pasties, 'cause they're all so
Fanatic with a
pale.
PH,
Yeah,
Fanatic with
I
a
like
PH.
it.
Yeah. You can go listen to the Dreams episode with Pam,
Mhm.
and then you're caught up. That's exactly everything I know about this show too. So
Yeah. No, if you listen, you don't even have to listen to the whole episode. Just like 3 minutes of it, and
when
you're
the
already.
song still got 2 minutes left, but after that, back to the show. Now, Small Wonder. I've got a little fun fact for you. I know you guys like to do fun facts on this thing, right?
Yeah.
The date this show aired.
September 11th.
No, but close. September 7th, 1985.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that day, before podcasting darling Lauren Lapkus was born.
Wow.
This seems entirely unrelated.
Yeah, but if you Google that date, what happened on this day, they say Lauren Lapkus was born. But then if
Yesterday?
you go to her wiki, it says it was the fucking day before. So I'm like, what? Why did that other website lie? Why did that this day in website lie?
I have
small error.
I have a fun fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about I don't know if it's the pilot, but the other episode we watched.
Oh, I got a good one.
The
I got a
guy
couple good
that
ones for that.
directed that episode directed the first ever Batman movie.
Tim Burton directed that?
No,
Oh,
the one from the,
the
60s
60s.
with Adam West.
Oh, okay.
He had a long career. The last thing he ever directed was Small Wonder.
Damn.
He had been
Wow.
working for like 40 years, and he's been like, man, I gotta quit this
He's like, I gotta
directing
get out of this
thing.
thing.
It's also it's like the last thing Howard Leeds did. Well, technically, The Wonderful World of Disney, but I don't really know what that
Who
is.
fucks Howard Leeds in this? Is
The
he
creator,
He's
yeah.
the creator.
Wonderful World of Disney, I think, was just like specials that they would run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he created one of those, but they don't really say anything about it.
That's cool. I liked the part.
Oh, it's a Facts of Life reunion.
I like the part where the dad goes to the wife. Do you like the way I dressed her, Joni?
Jesus Christ.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's just
I put your mom's perfume on her. Like, okay, well,
all right, buddy. Yeah, that's the I mean, that is probably my biggest problem with the show is he just like brings in this like child. He's like, we're doing this now.
And I think it could have been done not like that. I feel like it was presented in a, and maybe I'm looking at through perv-colored glasses, but it felt very pervy. Whereas I don't think you needed it to be that way.
What color is perv color?
You know.
No, I don't. That's
I don't
why I'm
know.
asking.
Actually, out of anyone who doesn't know,
Yeah,
what color
you're
is
right,
perv color?
It's like a bluish, but also your breath stinks. It's like a,
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
a bad breath mixed with blue.
aquamarine.
Yeah.
this color.
Oh yeah, that's for pervs. Yeah, if you got that in your pocket,
Sorry, buddy.
5 gum?
I don't know where this riff died. I made a mistake. I just meant that it felt creepy when I was watching it, and maybe that's because I've seen since then like Megan and all these other weird things that are also of the same creepy ilk.
I mean, it is just like it's a weird thing to like want to have a robot kid. But I guess
It should be an adult.
But that's not even what he wanted to do. He wanted to make this thing that could help things. It wasn't like he was bringing home a child. He was going to work on this. Honey, can I work on this? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then he's like in the final steps of making it ready. Like,
Well, there
he's
was
like,
some
"Who-
discussion about like the kids like, I really want a sibling. When am I going to get one? And the parents are like, buddy, we're trying.
Oh, I didn't. There is a lot of sex talk in this. That's probably why I thought it was like a
Yeah.
it
like
is.
a grown up show. Like they're horny. The parents are horny constantly talking about it.
Are
This
they?
show should have been called The Parents Are Horny Constantly.
Constantly, yeah.
Wonder why the parents are horny.
So I think it may have been his intent to make a sibling for his son.
It's not maybe, but it's not. I don't feel it's presented that way. But also, maybe I'm misremembering. I don't really remember the conversation about when am I going to get a sister. I know he wants somebody to play with.
It's like the first.
I guess
thing he
maybe
says.
that's the thing. Yeah, and it was just so jarring that young child actor.
Well, and I think that's the real thing about it is they're just like, I want a sister. Well, here you go, and
Yeah.
done. We
and then
solved
the
it.
fucking neighbor.
This
Yeah.
show is avoided completely if they get him a dog instead.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a
Robot
lot.
dog.
Yeah.
That mom. I mean, so much is on her shoulders, and she's
Joan,
just like
That's just
fucking
80s
fine.
fashion.
No,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a shoulder pads joke for those of you keeping track at home.
shoulder pads are for when you get your period on your shoulder.
Marla Pennington, Joan Lawson.
Joan Lawson is great. I read an interview with her in like 2015 where she's like,
Leave me alone.
She's like, people will come up to me and be like, what was it like to be on one of the worst shows ever? And she's like, I don't care. Like the check's cashed and I got a good life. And like, she's like, I got savings. And then the redheaded girl that's later on in like
Harriet.
she's in like Troop Beverly Hills and shit. She's also like has very fond memories of the show. But they also said that apparently the Vicky, her mom in real life, a bit of a problem. Like a bit of a
That explains it because like
That's
after this, she's not in much
No.
at all.
No,
So she just had too bad of a stage parent.
Yeah.
No one wanted to work with her.
that's what they said. The way that the redheaded girl put it in the article was like, to be nice, she advocated for her daughter. And it's like, okay, yeah.
And then Jamie Lawson, played by Jerry Superian. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, he has not gone on to he got all he was in a toxic relationship and she stole all of his
All of his money.
all of
Yeah.
his like trust funds.
So it's really weird how it feels like, and maybe this might be like one of those weird things that I watched the show so much, it was in the background so much of my childhood. I feel like I've seen that kid in everything. I feel like he was in a ton of stuff. Same with Vicky, but they really weren't in a lot of stuff.
no.
They're
And-
just generic enough that you could see someone and think it was them.
Yeah, they look like fat shits that I'd ride the bus with. No offense to the fat shits I rode the bus with.
Yeah, no, he was doing stuff and then just kind of like Small Wonder actually killed like several or stopped like several careers.
Oh my god, Galactica 80. I remember now. I watched that like 6 months ago.
Oh, and he's a
The
kid in
Battle for
that.
Galactica. Yeah, he's in that.
1980. I'm glad we
Yes.
solved this. I'm
So
glad we
maybe-
solved this.
So that really helps. That's good. It's great. He's a baby in it.
Yeah, he was already
He was like a little kid, but he's got that fucking rosy cheeks shit.
Yeah.
Going on.
We probably should do the plot of the
I
episode.
mean, we've kind of started been talking.
They build the robot, and then they're like, but you can't tell anyone that you have the robot. And he's like, got it. I won't tell anyone I have the robot.
Yeah.
Then the nosy neighbor girl that has a crush on their son.
She's just always there looking through the windows.
Yeah.
Where's Edie Klug or whatever the hell her name
in
is?
the 80s, it was funny if people were looking through windows.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the same neighbors.
They didn't have curtains
Alf
until
had the same
1993.
neighbors, and it's yeah. I think she went on to be the same kind of neighbor in Hogan Family when she left the show. It was because she's the weird neighbor in the Hogan family.
So then the neighbor's like, "Hey, what's that?" And the kid's like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to let anyone know I have the robot." And he's like, "It's my cousin."
Mm-hmm. And then she's like, "I am your cousin."
Yeah, she does not have a good robot voice.
It's honestly, it's a weird thing where I can tell that the actress herself, like the child actress, is talented.
Yeah.
And is just doing, like, has to just do the most, like, turn your brain off bullshit.
She came from like pageants and shit. And so like she was a very talented, she knew how to ride horses and knew like how to sing and how to play instruments and stuff. And so getting in this like very specific role where she didn't have, had to wear the same outfit all the time, had to speak in that robotic voice. So it was really frustrating for her, and especially being a child, you know?
Yeah, it sounds truly awful.
Yeah. I'd love it. I'd kill for the money. You
want to reboot Small Wonder and have you play Vicky right now?
Oh my God, reboot this fucker now. I'm there.
Patrick, what would be the acronym for Patrick?
Patrick?
Because Vicky is an acronym for Voice Input Child Identicant.
Patrick would be...
Pat. We could do Pat.
No. I don't like that. I don't like going by Pat.
Okay. You think
it would
about
be
it for a minute.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll figure it out.
So anyway, yeah.
The A is Android.
Don't tip the bit.
Pudgy
He's got
Android.
Pudgy Android's a good
Totally.
start.
Don't start with Pudgy. Come on.
You gotta start with Pudgy.
I'm already freaked out because I said fat on a live podcast.
It's not live. This is gonna go up in a couple weeks.
Someone's listening.
Pudgy Android, talking receptacle, inside, cool.
Is pheromone?
Kid?
No.
Does
Okay.
pheromone
Jeez.
start with a P or?
It does.
Start with a P.
Pheromone addicted tyrant really is cool knife.
I think you did Pat Tick.
Ah, shit, I forgot the R again. What about the P? It's running down my pant leg.
So also, she is like a super powered robot. She has like super strength. And
Yes.
like
She has
and, like-
whatever powers the episode needs.
Yeah. She can do like, and there's other episodes, not in the ones we saw, but she can do like Mr. Fantastic shit where like her arm will grow and
Yeah.
she can't fly, but like she could jump ungodly heights and stuff.
Yeah, she's just a super robot. Because apparently this guy built a super soldier and decided to make it a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just from the era when it was like, oh, it's a robot. Obviously, it's crazy.
All sitcoms, not all, but a lot of sitcoms are just stupidly high concept at this point.
Yeah. Not too long after this, Saved by the Bell, Screech had a robot. God rest his soul.
Screech or the robot?
Both. They're dead. Both gone. But he had the robot. There was another big show at this time that had the Family Matters later on had the Urkel bot and all that kind of shit. So
and
yeah, I mean,
we love robots.
There have been robots in
data
media. Yeah, since we were able to,
Yeah.
But also stuff like Alf is high concept.
And there was another show around the same time called I think it's called Wish Upon a Star, and it was also a insane show where this girl turns 16 and she finds out that at 16 she finds out she's a alien. Her dad's an alien. He wasn't a deadbeat dad that took off. He's an alien that's been like fighting space wars.
He's still a deadbeat though, if he's not around.
Sure. But now she's gonna have secret powers now that she's 16. And so she's trying to be like a cool girl in Florida, but also she can like moves over their eyes. Well, the same time period. They just loved sci-fi back then.
Yeah. What else happens in
That's
this
it,
episode?
right there. Look. Out of this world. That's the show I'm talking about.
Not a lot. Oh wait, no. They go to get a gift for the parents.
It's the parents' anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little shit doesn't realize he doesn't know Jamie. Man.
As I started thinking about what happened in this episode, I thought I was thinking
Jamie, yeah.
I thought I was thinking of Dog with a Blog at first.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but no.
This does feel similar to Dog with a Blog.
Dog with a Blog, you can tell that the writers are better than this, even if they're not
Dog
putting
with
it
a
all.
Blog? Was that the Twitter account that got a TV show?
No, that's
Dad.
Bleep My Dad Says, which we
Yeah.
also did an episode on.
You get this show. Great.
They go to get a gift for the parents.
Yes.
And then they're mad that
he was specifically
they
told,
take her out of the house.
Yeah, they were specifically told we got to leave her in the house because he stole her from his office. The neighbor girl's dad also works at the office.
Oh yeah, that's like.
And so they're like, and they have no plan. It's very similar to me, I think, to American Dad. How like he got that alien and then all of a sudden there's just an alien living in the house, but they didn't like go into it thinking they were going to have an alien live with them. That's exactly how they go into this. They're like,
But
well, I
is
guess
that-
we just got this fucking girl. Now.
Is that alien not in the pilot of American Dad?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is.
But it's the point of like they weren't like we're gonna create this daughter, and then they all decide as a family, and then she comes in as their daughter. It's like, oh, well, now there's this fucking thing walking around, and it's like, okay, she can live in his closet.
But it's so weird because in the first episode, they're like, well, we can't let anyone find out about her.
yeah,
They try to cover up the fact of who she is, be like, it's my cousin. She'll be leaving soon.
yeah,
And then we skip to our next episode, which is season 3.
mm-hmm.
And she's just going to school, and everyone knows her.
Yeah. Well, they realized after a while that
You're cutting off like half the plot.
like
Yeah.
it's cheap though when you cut the sets,
Just one
just
set.
the house, in the backyard probably.
Now,
Yeah.
are they aware she's a robot in the 3rd season or no?
Who?
No, I don't
The
think
other
so.
people?
The
No.
society.
No.
No.
They
I don't
just think
they ever
she's
find
on the
out.
spectrum.
I wonder how this ends. Does this have a satisfying series finale? I wonder.
We find out it's a prequel to Terminator.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Does it end like? Remember how Alf ended, where like they made that movie where he's like the government finds out and they're trying to kill him and shit.
Yeah.
Like if that's how it ends with her getting like annihilated by a tank in front of the whole family.
I don't know how. Yeah, I have no idea how it ends. I assume lackluster.
Yeah, just go to the wiki. Let's look at what the last episode's called. It's called "Fuck It."
It's called We Tried, I
Yeah.
guess. In the final episode,
The name-
Brandon invites a potential employer to meet his family. Last minute substitutes Joan and Vicky to help Brandon get promoted to a job in Japan. Joan pretends that she is his wife and Vicky is their daughter. Harriet and Jamie is their neighbor.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like that. Yeah, sounds fantastic.
Well, they added a second robot. I was doing some research.
What?
Oh no, yeah. There's an evil. There's Veronica.
Yeah.
Is Veronica a kid or an adult?
Vanessa.
It's evil. It's evil. Vicky. It's the same.
So it's
actress.
another kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he build this?
I don't know.
I don't remember how it came about. I think so.
Doesn't speak monotone, though. Gets to
Yeah,
act.
it's
Okay.
normal. That's crazy.
Yeah, if he's going to give her upgrades,
Give her a real voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let
It's
the kid act.
yeah. I might be wrong, but I thought at some point she did get. But fuck me, I guess not.
It's probably just
I probably just
Vanessa.
remember Vanessa episodes.
Yeah. She's the same person. It's not like it's like a crazy different.
Yeah. I do think another creepy thing is there's a part where he's like he like shows her insides, and so he like unzips her jacket or her dress and then shows it, and then in like the special effects are weird. So what it does there is it just pauses the tape,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just paused, and then they use like lighting effects to light
Yeah.
these buttons inside to make it look like they're flashing. But you can totally see it like paused, and then it unpauses and comes right back. That was another thing in the article was it was saying that like they didn't know how to do special effects or any of the effects they did. So everything was trial and error. And so she would be on set like hours and hours longer than everybody else. So that's why most special effects in the whole show is just her on screen. Like it's not like the dad and her. It's
Yeah,
just her-
because they were figuring it out.
and they would like
what looks.
actively do things like the mom would always wear her hair back or up because she didn't want her hair to fall into the shot that would fuck up a special effect shot, which is, I mean, also sounds like a lot for this girl. She was probably like 10 or like 12 or something probably.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
exhausting.
This is a pro-child labor show.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It is weird that acting is the one child labor that's still allowed.
Yeah. Especially now with influencers,
Yeah.
like YouTube families and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
They have nothing. They have no support. Those kids just are in shit. There's no unions. There's no laws. There's no rights.
Sorry, you're gonna have to register. I love the idea. You're gonna have to register.
Hey, is that an unregistered kid there?
Yeah. It's
You
just,
got a license for that kid?
like
You got a license to be a YouTube family?
like two parents can have like 5 kids, and then they're like, well, this is our staff. We make $1 billion in ads, and then their life is shit. It's what happened to that lady Ruby, whatever the fuck, right now. Guys, the internet is big and wide, and you got to go on it. And
Our
learn this
technology
stuff.
should have focused more on Android kids
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of the
yeah,
internet.
yeah. Oh boy,
So yeah, and then they just kind of
they're at the mall.
they're at the mall.
They get the gift,
They
but
get-
they think she's shoplifting, so they lock her in the closet.
No. They don't think she's shoplifting. They think she's a prop. They think she's like a toy.
Right, yeah.
So they like pick her up when they're picking up this other like a clown toy. They pick her up too.
Oh, yeah, like 2 guys come in, it's like, guess clown season's over.
Yeah.
And they pick it
They
all
lock
up.
her in the room, and then the little shit's like, Vicky, can you hear me? And she's like, I can hear you. And he's like, can you get out of there? She's like, yes, I don't know. Yeah, sure. And then she knocks the fucking door down, which is good.
And then later he puts her in the toy chest and she knocks that door down as well.
Yes, she comes at callback. We love it. Always good.
Anyway, they love her.
Yeah, they get the nice gift, and then the parents are
What
like,
was the
"Oh,
gift?
it's nice."
I don't remember because
I don't remember.
I don't
what
know
it
if
was
they ever
either.
showed the gift. I know that they showed it in the gift box. But I don't remember what the actual gift was.
Yeah, I have no.
It was a copy of the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, it was Mein Kampf.
I thought it was like a clothing piece or something.
Probably.
I thought it was like a piece of clothing. It was something very generic.
Those sex scarves.
Why did they have a clown display at the sex store?
Yeah. Well,
we gotta get all these shibari ropes out of here.
They were in that weird section of the store though, like kind of like you guys remember JCPenney's when like you have to go to layaway or like and you're in like it's like a hallway always. There's like security back there, and it's like
a weird secret.
Yeah, the floors are like not the same as the rest of the store. The people that work there don't look the same as the rest of the people. They don't have a uniform.
They're body snatchers.
Kinda, yeah. That's what it felt like to me. It was just like put whoever the fuck back there to wrap the packages, lock the girl in the room.
Anyway, they love her.
Oh yeah, she's part of the family.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying the podcast, don't forget to check out Pat Hastie's new album, I Will Fight All of You. It's on YouTube. You can also get it on Bandcamp. And for everything else, you can visit him on patrickhastie.com or check out him on Instagram at Pat Hastie. Also, check me out at DPIC Comedy and Daniel Crow at Daniel F. Crow. Oh, also, I have a special out too. It's called Goblin King on YouTube. Also, I don't have it on Bandcamp. Should probably put it somewhere where someone can pay me for it. I don't know. I'm not very good at business, as you may have figured out from this podcast or my general life. Anyway, okay. And TikTok, the Grandma 69. Back to the episode.
Yeah.
Let's do the bottle episode. I don't know. Like
The
I feel
highest rated. Well, here, this is weird.
this is the first time this has ever happened.
Because we watched these like 2 weeks ago or something. And,
I watched it today because again.
Yeah.
And the highest rated episode was the one we're going to talk about. But in the intervening time, some people have gone through and just started rating episodes, and this is now the 9th highest rated episode.
So we may have messed up by not covering season 4, episode 10, Mommy Dearest.
Oh, that's the one where they beat Vicky with the wire hanger.
Joan's father?
Yeah, Joan's daddy.
So yeah, we're doing a grandfather dating. I don't know who Ida May is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's the episode we almost covered, Mommy Dearest.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I was like, if I just fucking
No,
watched-
the episode we ended up watching is season 3, episode 6, Read My Lips.
Yeah, it's
no
pretty good.
longer the highest rated episode, but when we watched these, it was.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
wow.
this bitch, Alice Goley.
It's
she dead?
no Ida May was. I know this is another rabbit hole to go down, but Ida May was in Graduate by Alice Ghostly.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's in. Go scroll back down to the 90s because she was in something that I loved.
I like how Patrick, you're just like, this is mostly supposed to be for me to just like have like as a quick reference point. And you
Well, you fucking put a screen. I'm like a 4-year-old dog. I'm Gen Z, designing women. She was in
When you were like, she was in something I love.
I love
I didn't
designing
expect
women.
it to be designing women.
Annie Potts, fucking Delta Burke, the rest. Faith Ford? No, not Faith Ford.
I
The
love
other
you
one.
sound. I don't know. You kind of have a cadence that you're like a dock worker. Like I love designing women.
I do love designing. It was a great show. They had a spinoff with Delta running for office, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's just I didn't expect it.
hey, I love it. I love
Also, designing women could have been the name of Small Wonder.
Oh yeah. Oh, that could have been like the spinoff. The dad, he moves, he gets the job in Japan.
Keeps
and now
making more
Yeah,
women.
he just keeps making women. He's like, yeah, this one looks like Delta Burke. Let her marry the guy from Major Dad.
So the episode "Read My Lips" is, it's a doozy of an episode.
I'll say this: we're in the second episode now, right?
Yeah.
How long was that first one?
Regulation length.
they're
20 minutes.
They're both like 20 minutes.
Well, fucking Pam was on this thing for like 2 hours.
It was an hour-long episode.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm done.
She did 2 episodes with us.
Am I doing 2 episodes with you?
No.
Okay.
Do you want? Okay. do you want to? Do you want to pull
Patrick,
back the curtain?
Patrick, you did listen to an episode, so we did talk about.
Well,
that
then I got here and I stopped.
Wait. Okay. No. Okay. You're confused. When we did the episodes with Pam, right? We discussed 2 episodes of Dreams with her.
Okay, so I only listened to I listened to you guys discussing Dreams, and
Yeah.
I got, well, you can see that far in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
No, you got most of the way through.
But then I saw you done another one with her.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So,
what I
the
was-
person that was
yeah.
going to do that other one dropped out at the
Got
last
it.
second. And then she very kindly stuck around and watched Three's a Crowd with us.
So that's why I was prepared to be here for like 2 fucking hours.
No.
And why when I got done and I came out here and you guys were like, we're going to finish watching this Howie Mandel thing, I was like, brother, we're going to be here till fucking midnight.
No.
It's 1 hour, buddy.
Yeah.
I loved this. This is very similar to when I went and did shows with you guys in Delaware. I have no idea what's happening. I'm at and all I can do is grab onto the things I know, you know? It's like fucking Delta Burke and fucking, you know, the ocean, you know? Like, I love it. God bless you both.
The 2 things you know, Delta Burke and the ocean.
Yeah. By the way, it's like a water. Delta is like a water thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
It feels like we're doing a concussion test on you. Because
Most things I do
you
is-
showed up and you were
Yeah.
like, why is the theme song so long? Did you know the Delta is the ocean?
Just like, I don't know what I expected, but
Patrick,
I
like
didn't
you
expect.
did just enough research to be confused.
I did enough research to be wrong. And the thing is, I did the research.
That's what's funny.
I don't always listen.
No.
I would have been better off had I not listened.
Yeah, I think you're like the second guest that's actually listened to the podcast.
No,
Yeah.
some people do listen.
Okay.
They just don't always tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. And I'm also still thrown off from the hallway situation. It's a long ways to get to the studio. I don't want you guys to get doxxed. By the way, did you guys record Pam's episode here?
No.
No, we've recorded.
I'm walking around the street looking for a fucking doctor's office because in that episode you're talking about a doctor's office. I can't find goddamn shit.
We've recorded in like 4 different locations.
Fucking, you gotta be straight with that in the episodes. Hey, just you know, this isn't the same place Pam recorded 3 months ago. Okay.
Yeah, we have a color-coded system of where we recorded each episode so people could know which
All
episode-
shows from the 80s are recorded in the same place.
Yeah, because you gotta have the same pin. You gotta have the same sound. Hell,
We're just going to start doing it. We're going to start recording in Daniel's car. That
Hells
way.
bells. That's cool. I bet.
We're not going to do that.
Why not?
It's winter. It's going to get cold in
Good point. I recorded a podcast in your car once.
there. What? Oh, it was not a real podcast.
I recorded it.
Well,
Well, let's play it on the podcast.
that's going to be a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, guys. So
We need to talk about this episode.
read my lips.
I will say, and I'm assuming you guys might feel the same way. Fucking, they figured it out. This show is great. This episode is episode is an episode of television.
Okay, those are two
Unequivocally,
separate
yes, it is.
things.
But it's like light years better than the first one, the pilot. Like there's actual jokes in this. I feel like this episode is 100% on par with a Boy Meets World season 2 episode.
In fairness, you did watch this at 1.75
I did watch
speed.
it one piece. It fucking flew by.
Hey, I like the cadence to this show.
yeah. Oh, so we're in the second
this
episode.
show is snappy.
Yeah.
I will say I got notes on this one too.
Okay, wait here real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm just going to say what the premise is.
Go ahead. Yeah, please. Would you?
Yeah, that's fine. When Jamie befriends a deaf boy to earn scout points, he learns a lesson in sensitivity and exploitation.
Yeah, this is a very exploitative episode overall. Because on the one hand, they're trying to be nice and like, hey, you should accept everybody no matter what. And that's why the deaf kid is in it. But then there's another character who only gets fat jokes thrown at them the whole episode.
Yeah.
The entire time.
So I got a couple things. One,
Okay.
this episode aired October 17th, 1987. Would you like
Okay.
to know what happened that day?
Who?
First Lady, Nancy Reagan,
Heard of her?
got a mastectomy that day. So, God bless her. Just say no to cancer. Another thing that happened.
What did Lauren Lapkus do that day?
2 years old?
Yeah.
You know what?
She's learning how to shit.
Have you guys had Julia Shiplet on the show?
No, but
Julia and Lauren, childhood neighbors.
Well,
So we get her on the horn,
let's
find
get-
out what the fuck she was doing that day. Hey, Julia, it's Patrick. Yeah, it's been a while. Let me ask you, what were you guys up to October 87?
Who are here with David Pickleby and Daniel Crow?
Yeah, you're on the podcast, by the way.
Do you know
What's
that?
the name
Not
of it?
really.
I'm not sure. It's, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But here's another thing is 2 days after this episode, so this aired Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yep.
I don't know how it did it, but I assume this episode's to blame. Kicked off some sort of stuff. That Monday was Black that Tuesday was Black Tuesday, the biggest market crash of the 80s.
Yeah.
There's a whole Wikipedia about it.
Yeah, well, I guess he learned a lot about exploitation, but the markets didn't.
Yeah.
As you're learning about these things, I'm not convinced you're not a robot.
Hey, I don't bring a lot. You guys do a Delta Burke one. I'll fucking tell you about it.
What were you doing the day this episode aired?
80. Okay, I can tell you. October 17th, 1987. I was born in December 15th, 1984.
Okay,
right.
so you were
So
like
I was
3? Are you older than
Almost.
Lauren Lapkus?
yeah by a year, but it's not a competition.
On who's older?
But October. I bet you I didn't tell you. My grandpa died in October '88, so I was probably hanging out with my grandpa.
You hung out with your grandpa every moment until he died?
My grandpa Lowell died in '88, October '88. So October '87, I was probably hanging out with him. He was doing this thing.
Was he fine? Or
What do you mean? He was
Well,
pretty
was-
attractive.
I'm just asking, was he in decline for a year?
Well,
You're
no, he wasn't fucking bedridden for a year.
All
I wasn't
right.
sitting next to him holding his hand for fucking 12
That's what
months.
I'm making sure.
We were probably chopping wood. You know what? It was a Saturday morning. I guarantee you, I watched Saturday morning cartoons. I wasn't watching this live, but I was watching cartoons. And then it was a weekend, so my parents were off. I was probably 100% with my dad and my grandpa and my great grandpa. That's who I'm talking about, Lowell. Down in the field, cutting down trees.
That makes
All right.
way more sense that Lowell was your great grandfather.
Yeah. Because his son, my grandpa, still alive. Keith, get him on the horn. Hold on.
All right.
All right, call him
let's call
Keith.
Grandpa, what do you know about Lauren Lapkus?
Oh, he's a big fan of the wrong Missy, it turns out.
He's like, wasn't she in a couple episodes of Crashing?
So, read my lips. So it starts off with Jamie being like in the Scouts.
Yes.
And
But it's not officially the Scouts.
No, it's like
No.
the wolf pack. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's just something his dad runs.
And like also I don't think I'm wrong in assuming that they're never mentioned again in the show. Like,
Probably,
it's-
yeah.
no.
It's like just this one episode.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not like the Woodchucks and DuckTales, you know what I mean? Where that's like there's arcs on that, but this is just one and
You really
done.
were watching these Saturday morning cartoons.
Brother, I didn't fucking lie. I came here for a reason, and it's to talk about.
Small wonder.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they're doing the scouting. He's like, hey, everybody, you got to do your good deed to get your good deed badge.
Yes.
So
And-
then immediately goes to school the next day.
Well,
And-
the mom comes home, and the mom's apparently a teacher, and they got a new student, and she's like, "Oh, he's a deaf boy." They keep saying "deaf boy," and now maybe that's not offensive, but it feels like an offensive thing to say.
Well, it's
Like, look at this deaf boy over here. Like, it feels.
So it's
if you add a lil to it, it sounds like a rapper.
oh yeah,
Deaf boy?
Little deaf boy.
Oh, it definitely sounds like a Britain rapper, right?
Yeah.
Like an
Oh,
English
yeah.
rapper.
Hey,
Hey, in it, I'm
little
rapper.
deaf boy.
He
no,
just constantly
deaf boy.
he
You don't
just-
even need.
Well, I'm imagining it's spelled DEF as a
DF,
rapper.
and he just
Yeah.
yells "what" all the time because he's
Deaf
deaf.
boy.
So he goes "what."
No,
I mean, I got the joke.
well,
it's
so
just, yeah.
So
Hey,
it's-
it doesn't have to be for everyone.
It's a personification of disability versus is really kind of the thing. So it's like a person with, or as opposed to the deaf boy, because that's clearly the one thing we need to know about him.
Yes. He, but so the mom's like, oh, there's a new deaf kid at school. And they're like, but we don't have anybody that does sign language. And the dad's like, well, I'll just give my sex doll. I mean, I'll just give Vicky a book about how to do sign language. And then she'll learn it like that because she's a fucking robot.
Yeah,
And then,
she does.
yeah. And then she does it. And so the next day at school,
She's his interpreter,
she's an interpreter. Yeah. And you guys know who the fucking deaf boy is.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
29 years old. It's Scooter Stevens.
Of course.
Okay.
He's John Cusack's brother in Better Off Dead. The guy that makes the rockets always has the
Oh.
pornos, the little redheaded shit.
Oh yeah, he's been an episode of Chips.
Y'all not fuck with Savage Steve Holland?
I actually,
Where were you in October '87, dog?
Not born.
Yeah,
Shit.
not born.
Shit.
Yeah, we were very much.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was cutting wood. You guys aren't even alive yet.
Yeah, we were really being lazy.
Yeah. Fucking get a job.
Slacking
Hey,
off.
I'll go ahead and hold my water.
Yeah. You put it right.
So then the little deaf boy
Yeah, a little
shows
deaf boy.
up to the school.
Yep.
Vicky's interpreting for him, and our main character, whose name I don't care to remember.
Vicky.
No, the boy. little boy.
J-Man. He calls himself J-Man at one point.
So he's like, "Hey, I'll be your friend. Come to
Oh, Jamie. Yeah.
come to the Wolf Pack."
Yeah.
And then
And they have like a fun banter.
Yeah,
where
she's doing
he's
the-
talking and she's doing the sign stuff and
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he's like, "All right, cool, show up." And and then they just make fun of one of his friends for being fat for a few minutes.
Well, the fat kid goes, the fat kid, he works in the effects department and previs for lots of movies and TV shows, and like G.I. Joe, the Cobra one, and in the TV show What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, good for him.
So he's doing great.
He was doing visual effects for Avatar.
Maybe.
Wait, The Last Airbender or the James Cameron one?
James Cameron
the
one.
first Airbender, the first one. The one with the... Okay.
The Last Airbender came out before the James Cameron thing.
The other thing is the kid, the other boy, Robbie, is that his name maybe? Richie or something? I was like, oh, well, he's in a lot of stuff. And I couldn't figure out what he was in and why I recognized him. Go look at his IMDb. I only recognize him from this. So I did watch this show enough that I'm remembering characters. I remembered this episode when he's tying the knots at the beginning. I remembered like the rhythm of how those jokes went, where he like tied himself up and then the mom's like, oh, you look tied up. Well, I was going to have you help me. Like I remembered that.
I mean, this sounds like it was like, I mean, Full House was super popular. Actually, this is like probably how I watched like Step by Step.
Maybe, yeah. Like it was just a thing.
It was on at 3 p.m.
But you can't, like, I also have this with God rest his soul, we just lost him, Dick Butkus. But my two dads.
My favorite part of designing women.
Thank you.
Dick Butkus.
My two dads, also Dick Butkus, great name for this sitcom, you know?
Yeah.
My Two Dads is one of those shows that like I'm like, well, I know that I've physically watched hours of it, but I can't tell you hardly anything other than like the premise and that Paul Reiser's in it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm in the same boat with Step by Step.
Whereas since I'm older,
I definitely watched it. Yeah,
I can step by step. I can go season by season, arc by arc, tell you what's going on there.
Yeah, I have zero memory.
There's a great, by the way, rest in peace, Suzanne Summers.
Also from Designing Women.
Yes, and rest in peace, Patrick Duffy from Dallas, but he's back.
Oh,
he
he's
came back to life.
In Dallas, or
there's a great
in real life.
There's a great joke in Step by Step that I love, where they're having a party and Cody, the weird guy, he's like, oh, I'll invite Brad Pitt, and they're like, you know Brad Pitt, and he's like, yeah, I've known him for years, and so everybody's all excited, and then this guy shows up, and he's just a guy, and he's like, this is my friend Brad Pitt, and they're like, oh, and he's like, oh, you thought I meant the actor? It was just some other guy, some regular dude who comes to this party named Brad Pitt. Fun.
Yeah,
I think Patrick Duffy is the uncle of Barry Zito, the all-star pitcher.
Is that true?
I think I remember hearing that once.
That's cool. Duffy.
I think I remember hearing
Patricks.
That's
him, Stewart, me.
Wow, you got in there.
Well, I don't have low self-esteem.
Are you related to Barry Zito?
Not
Because
that
that's
I
the
know
qualification for being a best Patrick.
I'm going to say not that I know of, but I'm going to say it like you asked me if I have any kids. Not that I know of.
Are you looking it up right now?
No, he's just looking up pictures of
Is it
Patrick
his
Duffy
uncle?
shirtless. That's weird.
Well, he pays tribute to the baseball ace. That's all it says so
yeah,
far.
it says his baseball star nephew right there in that sentence. He pays tribute to his baseball star nephew. Jesus, man.
Hollywood, but like
gotta be-
Hollywood.
you always need somebody on the computer with him. It can't just be him on the computer. You're going to get lies.
Do you want to hear more fun Barry Zito facts? Because I have a couple.
Yeah,
Sure.
let me hear it. Who was Barry Zito? Where did he play? I don't know anything
Oakland
about
and
him.
San Francisco. He won a Cy Young in Oakland.
What years?
He was on the Moneyball team in Oakland.
Oh, okay, so he's older. I was thinking,
Yeah.
I loved the Giants and around the time the small wonder heyday.
Oh, no.
Like 88, like when we got like Matt and Will Clark and shit.
No, he was 2000s pitcher. But for a while, he was doing something with David Lynch where they would like go meditate in schools and make kids watch them meditate.
Oh, yeah. Well, David Lynch is all about that TMI or whatever.
Yeah, but
it
it's
is,
weird that he's doing that with Barry Zito and someone else. I can't remember who else, but it might have been like Russell Brand or something.
Maybe. Oh, that guy's great.
They were just showing up to schools and meditating and being like, kids, watch this.
That's crazy.
Check this shit out.
It's like, okay, next week we got a guy coming in and talk about drunk driving, and then we got David Lynch and Barry Zito.
Meditating.
Showing us how to do transcendental meditation, and then we're going to have a pizza party for homecoming.
We've been so derailed.
Yeah.
From
No, this is the
Small
show.
Wonder.
This is the show. Let this be the show.
We have a format.
we're
we
doing
have
it.
a format.
Okay.
Who's your favorite formats? Let's see.
Matt Zito.
Zito, Christensen. You remember him? He wrote those books.
Matt Myra from Nerdist. Just real
Hey.
Top
top
Matt.
Enjoy your burrito, big dog. There was a time where I knew so much about Matt Myra. What a weird
Why?
Because I listened to podcasts when I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
I could write a biography for Pete Holmes, and I have not. I don't give a shit about him, but I could write a pretty spot on biography of his early 2010s.
So then they're like, he brings him to the thing, and he's like, "Look, I helped a disabled kid. Give me a badge."
Yeah, and then his dad's like, "You shouldn't just be his friend to get a badge.
Well,
That's
the
messed
kid
up."
first is super pissed.
Yeah.
Because he tells the kid that the kid finds out.
The kid, he's mad, and he shouldn't be mad because he recently learned at school how to meditate. Because Barry Zito and David Lynch put on a seminar.
He's got a pizza
so
party
he
coming
needs to focus himself.
Hey kids, who wants to watch Mulholland Drive on the screen?
Also, if anybody, he's lying. The kid, because he's in Better Off Dead. He can hear. so there, he's already.
They didn't even get a deaf actor
no,
for
it's
this.
stolen valor. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fun. We're all having fun here. But I bet that kid does have like deaf family because he is doing the real sign language. You know.
Maybe he just knew sign language.
Maybe they're just
He
not
learned
even
it
doing
for the
sign
role.
language. Maybe
Yeah.
Or you just teach him the 4 things he's got to learn.
He had a lot of lines.
It's fair.
But so then
fucking
what?
his script is written in sign language.
Yeah.
So it's like wingdings.
Please use the microphone.
His script is written in sign language, so it's like wingdings
Yeah.
whenever he talks. Where it's
I
like,
love you set it down. You were so excited about that idea.
well, because I'm used to having an arm,
stand?
like a stand on a microphone.
Oh yeah, no,
You know,
we're
But,
loose. Guerrilla podcasting.
I'm not kidding. When I do podcasting, I have one as well. But also when I do stand up, I never take the mic on the stand. I've been holding this for 4 hours, however long we've been recording. I'm tired. My arms are fucking tired from holding this microphone.
It's
For a
very
minute-
light. I want everyone to know this is a very light microphone.
100%. It's just a regular. But
Patrick, do you want to set it down and then just
I
talk
thought
it to
about
them?
laying down on. I was going to
Yeah,
do it a
go
little
ahead,
bit
do
ago, but then I moved this food and there was hairs in there, and then I got freaked out about the hairs, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Oh no, that was just I swept up. Some fell on the floor.
No, I
I'm
hear
sorry.
you. I understand, but it was like I didn't know all the backstory, so then I'm like, I'm not gonna lay my head down. on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
floor.
Anyway, so then
Small
he
wonder.
feels bad. So then they have to invite that kid to a party for him to apologize.
Yes.
It's a party for the wolf pack. But at the wolf pack, his nosy neighbor who has a crush on him shows
She's
up.
in love with him.
She's in love with him.
She had a great
Or
joke.
she's just like regular horny. They just like doesn't she want to fuck like all the dude? Like
Yeah, but she's really in love with Jamie.
Yeah.
yeah.
She has a funny line where when she comes over to the first Wolfpack meeting, they're learning to tie knots and stuff like that. And she's like, the only knot I care about is tying the knot with you, and grabs him. She's like, well, he's like, well, I got a knot for you. And she's like, what? And he opens the door and he kicks her out and he slams the door and he goes, not my getting in my business. I don't know. Something like that.
I hope he gives up on the line just
yeah,
as much
it's
as
something
you
like
do.
that. I realized I couldn't remember it.
Not getting in my business.
It's something like
yeah.
that. It's like not getting in my way.
So then he shows up later, and so the girl with the crush on him was like, hey, can I help out with the barbecue? And he's like, you can go get a watermelon. but
Pineapple.
Pineapple. If they're impossible to find this time of year, if you find a pineapple, I'll marry you. So then
Yeah.
she just leaves. And then the deaf kid shows up and he apologizes and it's
Yep.
all cool.
And he says that they're like, what was your thing? And he's like, I don't deserve the badge.
yeah.
And so like Jamie came a long way. Jamie's a good guy.
Jamie really
Jamie,
he's learned a lot.
It's against type. Because you see that chubby cheeked little piece of shit and you're like, this guy's a bad kid in a sick.
Why? What? Do you think he's a bad kid?
I mean, they make fun of the fat kid in this scene as well. It's
He
pretty
Yeah.
feels like it was a different time. He feels like he's supposed to be the shitty brother. That's the character he's supposed to play on the sitcom. But he's pretty genuine. Even this thing that he's doing, like another deaf kid might not have a problem with it. You know what I mean? Like another deaf kid be like, oh, okay, yeah, we already connected in the hallway with your sister. So if you're gonna do this other thing, yeah, fine.
I love the idea of like a deaf kid being like, yeah, I'll be your prop deaf kid for your scouts.
Because I don't think they sold it very well that he was only befriending him to get the thing. I think
outright
he was
says that.
befriending him. No, I know, but I don't think it's true.
You think it's like he just forgot to do a school project?
I
and-
wonder then if that's later because when he meets him in the hallway, it doesn't feel like he's being nice to him just to get his badge.
No, but that's what he's doing. That's why
And he fucking
he's a
tricked me, too.
psychopath.
yeah, he tricked you.
He's a psychopath,
He
dude.
is a psychopath. Fuck this little chubby chick German mushroom.
He's not the chubby kid.
No, but
He
there
makes
is-
fun of the chubby kid.
Yes, but he's got chubby cheeks. And he
Okay.
also has a great Gremlin shirt in the pilot. We forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, how will we ever recover from not talking about the
Damn it.
Gremlins shirt?
Damn it, let's go
Well,
back.
I think we've got it now. We can just say it now.
Yeah.
We
oh yeah,
did.
just edit this back in.
No, it's just regular in. We're still doing the podcast.
Okay, he's now Googled Gremlins
The little
shirts.
boy at one point in the first episode goes, this kid I'm talking about, the chubby cheeks kid, What's his name?
I don't fucking care.
Who cares?
Jamie goes.
Oh, Jamie. Not
Jamie,
I think about the other kid.
No, not the kid from What We Do in the Shadows. Jamie goes, she's got wires inside instead of gizzards.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot as a line.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a real fun one.
So then he accepts the apology. The deaf kid does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stalker girl shows up with a pineapple.
With a fucking pineapple.
And then that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Chekhov's pineapple.
Yeah.
You know?
Except for it was like,
It should be set up at the start of
it's
the
different
episode.
Than,
Yeah.
it's different than Chekhov's gun. It's if you talk about a pineapple at the beginning of the
2/3
third
of the
act.
way.
By the way,
It needs to show up.
The funnier gag, if he's like, I'll marry you if you can find a pineapple this time of year, is if she just has a pineapple on her and pulls it out.
Yeah.
She's had a hidden pineapple the whole time.
Or maybe they workshop that line because, like, I think maybe that it was different in the 80s, but, like, I don't know. I was chopping wood. But, like, I feel like you can always get pineapples. Like, it's not that hard, you know?
yeah, no, even like in the winter, there are still
Yeah, you know,
warm
it's not
continents.
like I feel like I feel like there's other things they could have said there.
You have to understand that it was written by a guy who was like 60.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So when he grew up, you'd never be able to get
Yeah,
pineapple
yeah.
part.
That's
time.
I bet there was a lot of that in the 80s and 90s sitcoms where they're like they have to like nix jokes about like the milkman because they're like, "No, we haven't had that since the 50s." For a whole writing
What
staff,
about
holy
internet
shit.
milkman? Are there
Yeah.
men delivering milk on the internet?
Putting your glass bottles
are.
out in your house?
Milkmen came back briefly at the start of COVID. Not for everybody, but you could
Yeah.
like those
I feel
services
like that could
gained
be
popularity.
Yeah. I mean, I did. We get our groceries. I guess I
Yeah.
could start calling that guy the milkman. He brings
Yeah.
me my milk.
And how's your wife's relationship with him?
yeah,
Oh,
is
they're
the Taskmaster.
Then he's a real milkman.
Yeah. Which really pisses off me as
Oh.
her husband and the mailman because she's also fucking that guy.
Oh man.
He's real jealous.
Yeah, no, my wife and me. It's just me and my wife. She's,
There's got to be a
she's
small
loyal.
wonder joke to make here. I just don't have it.
My cock is small.
There
What
we
a
go.
wonder.
There we go.
If any of you were wondering, my rod is tiny.
So I think that's the whole episode. Let's
Was the second episode an improvement? Probably.
yeah.
I think so. I think it was very.
I think making sure she's not just living in the house full time is enough of an improvement.
There, some shows, the pilot can just be a day in their life, and some shows have to be like, something has happened,
yeah.
an inciting incident, and this one is very much an inciting incident. So then that pilot, like, we probably needed most of the first season to figure out where they were at, but at this point, season 3, they're on fucking grease
Cruise
wheels.
control.
Yeah. So they can do whatever they want, and
What if every other episode is about finding a pineapple?
there's always a pineapple. It's like one of those dumbass Chuck Lorre things. Like,
Yeah, actually, no, that's literally Psych's thing. They hit
Yeah.
a pineapple in every episode.
Oh, really?
It's not Chuck Lorre. Yeah, Psych.
My friend Albert one time called Psych West Coast Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
But Scrubs also takes place on the West Coast, so I don't really know.
But
Fucking love
Dr.
it.
Cox is so mean.
Yeah. Love that guy.
It has
if
some
you're
more
mean,
East
it can't be
Coast-
the West Coast.
I'm a big John C. McGinley guy.
Yeah, outwardly mean happens less on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Okay, so
Fantastic.
last thing, how do we improve the show? And then a show you'd want to recommend to people. Tell you how would you improve the show?
That robot should be an adult.
Yeah. I think there's a good show in this. This
Well,
premise.
yeah, you like the show.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, yeah, I like this show for what it was, but I think there is a good show. It's just like how, like, I think there's a good show in the premise of, oh, fuck, we got this fake doll that looks real or whatever.
Yeah. There are like a lot of like shows are bad execution or just like variety of, like there's so much that goes into like creating a show
Yeah.
that there's a million places where it could just get fucked
Yeah.
essentially.
This is a Black Mirror episode that doesn't get dark at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also something that's fun that we didn't discuss. The dad, do you know his name? I can't pull his name, but the actor, he's on The Bold and the Beautiful, the soap opera, and
Yeah.
has been since like 2009. He's having a great career, and everybody else is happy too. Like, maybe some of you heard some about the kid getting his money taken from him or whatever.
Yeah.
But the main girl she's got a real career.
Yeah, everybody kind of quit acting after this
yeah,
for the most part,
the-
except
the-
for like the dad.
The mom got married and started having kids, and then she kind of has slowly come back to like theater and stuff. And then the redheaded girl acted all through the 90s, and now she teaches acting upstate New York.
I think it's Connecticut, but
Oh, is it? Well, that's close enough.
yeah.
Obviously, New York is Connecticut, if you ask me.
Those
Those fucking Canucks deserve it. I don't understand how things work.
I don't know. Get a robot dog too.
Robot
Yeah.
dog.
Replace the whole family with robots.
Oh, there we go.
One kid moves in with a family of robots.
I love that.
That's very Twilight Zone-y.
But it's
Just
By the way,
that.
Original Twilight Zone is my show recommendation.
that's your show, right?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like, is that one? Is that the Twilight Zone after they added Slimer?
Yeah, no. The original one with Rod Serling.
Yeah, you just
I thought you meant the 2000s one with Korn doing
Never.
music.
no Jordan Peele
No, that's the
There's
new
been
one.
multiple Twilight Zone reboots.
Yeah, 80s, 90s, 2000s. We
Yeah.
got it.
and today.
Yeah. You seen the
Okay.
one with Kumail?
Nanjiani or a different one?
Nanjiani.
Yeah, never mind.
It's all right.
There's only one Kumail.
Okay, so just based on how this show is like all about computers and all that stuff and like the weird tech, I think I'm gonna recommend the show Hacks.
Hacks.
Is that about tech?
No, it's about
It's a hacking joke?
It's a hacky joke.
All right.
It's a great show though. It's a great
That-
show about stand up.
okay, it's a rough joke. I want to recommend a show. First off, you guys ever seen Not Quite Human? You guys know about this?
No.
No.
There were a series of Disney Channel movies in the 90s, and it's a similar premise. They're based off a book series from the 70s or 80s. Not Quite Human, same idea, except for the android is a boy,
Okay.
and it's very funny. And maybe it's not, but like maybe it doesn't live up. But I watched that when I was like 14 and thought they were great.
Okay.
Like in the era of like Brink or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's that same
So
era
you're-
of Disney movies.
So if you're 14 listening to this podcast right now,
Yeah.
go check out
Not Quite Human, the film series.
Not Quite Human.
First one's the
film
greatest,
series.
and then after that it gets a little watered down. But if I want to recommend a TV show, does it
Yeah.
have to? It doesn't have to be about this shit, right?
No,
Oh,
just
fuck,
any
thank
good
God.
TV show. It's just like give people a new show to check out.
I love Starstruck. It's on
Oh, Star
HBO
Trek's
Max.
fun, yeah.
Star Trek?
Starstruck.
I thought you said Star Trek. They should do Starstruck: The Next Generation, Starstruck, Deep Space Nine.
Can I put in a film recommendation as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Watch After Yang.
Mm.
It's about a family that
Oh, yeah.
they have a robot older child to help the other kid adjust to life. It's good.
Yeah, I've heard good things
Watch
about it.
After Yang, everybody.
So wait, what was the show? Oh, Starstruck.
Starstruck starring Rose Matafeo, the New Zealand comic. I think it's very good. It's really funny, and I think it's the perfect. It's like, not to shit on Pete, but it's like Crashing is what one version of a stand-up getting a TV show can be,
Mhm.
and I think Starstruck is a much better version of what happens when a stand-up gets a TV show. They're like, oh, I'm going to make it. I don't have to be a stand-up. It's just going to be a cool story.
Oh, yeah.
Short seasons, and making a thing that's very watchable and likable.
Well, I'm sold.
Great.
It's a great show. It's very funny. It's on Max. I think.
Yeah. No. Actually, I've watched the first two. I need to check out the third season.
We just finished the third season last night, my wife and I.
It's really great. It's Rose Matafeo, and I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, it's the premise. The jump point is she's just like a regular girl, New Zealand girl living in London. Woman, she's like in her early 20s, mid 20s.
She's not a Vicky.
Yeah,
she's not
a
Vicky.
robot.
She's not a robot. No. Not well. Actually, you know what? The show I haven't seen season 4 yet, so that would be a twist. But she's randomly at a New Year's party, and she ends up going home and sleeping with like a very famous actor, and then her life is just thrown into flux because like she's just a normal woman.
Trying to see if she's dating this.
See
like,
if she can date
celebrity.
this like huge star, like a Marvel level star who's just a nice normal guy. And it's very fun.
Yeah, it's great. Would recommend. Okay, I think that's everything.
Can we keep going? I'm having a good time. Do you want to start over?
Yeah, let's just
Yeah, let's
fade,
do
let's just
another
keep
one.
talking, fade out.
we can keep talking.
You
We
know
can-
that Pearl
Let's watch another episode.
You big Pearl Jam head?
No, God, no.
Oh, Jesus, you don't want to say it like that. There is another great episode of this that with Jesse the Body Ventura, where like they're watching wrestling at the beginning and they're like all excited about it. And then like that's happening, but that's not related to what happens next. Is the next morning he knocks on the door and the mom is like, "Whoa, who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Jesse the Body Ventura, blah blah blah. You don't remember me?" And turns out they were friends when they were in elementary school, and he was like her and her friends bullied him because he was like an out of weight like nerd, and now he's a famous wrestler and he wants to get her back.
What does this have to do with Pearl Jam?
Oh, nothing. When you said no, I just changed to what I was going to talk
Oh, okay.
about.
Anyway, that's the premise of Starstruck.
Yeah, no, that's another episode of Small Wonder that I think is really crazy because it's like they brought him in and they let him be himself, and he's crazy in the role. It's just chaotic.